All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and may peace and blessings be multiplied to the brothers across the world teaching this truth and wholesome doctrine, all right? I want to start off with somebody get Jeremiah, the first chapter, verse 5. While you getting that, could you get Judah, the 5th chapter, verse 14 to 15? Yeah. You got it, brother?
Come.
All right, go ahead, read it.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Before the Lord formed, the Lord speaking to Jeremiah, before he formed Jeremiah in the belly, meaning before that his father's seed hit his mother's womb and his life began to come forth as a child, the Lord said he knew him. Why? Because he was spirit. We spirits before we manifested in the flesh, right? Keep reading.
I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb,
before you was born,
I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
So hey, there is no free will. The Lord purpose for Jeremiah, the Lord sanctified him before he was even formed in his mother's womb to be a prophet amongst the nations. All right, so you got anybody that choosing to so to speak, well, I'm wake up one day and I'm gonna be a prophet. I'm gonna be the prophet of the Lord. No, man, the Lord said he chose Jeremiah. All right, keep reading.
Ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, oh, Lord Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child.
See, the Lord chooses whom he will. Like the scripture said, the Lord can raise up rocks to be sons of Abraham, man. All right, so it ain't. When you read Romans 9, it say it ain't him who willeth or who runneth, but it's of the Lord, man. All right, keep reading, bro.
And then you got some people be like, well, how did you know the Lord chose you? And how did you know this? And how did you know that? And then you was like, well, can you break down the book of Revelations? Can you break down this book? Can you answer me this question? And you be like, no, but I could do it. Like, okay, how come I can break this down and answer these questions, but you can't? You know, they said, well, you had teachers and you had people to tell you, okay, the Lord set me up in that position for me to do that,
to receive the understanding.
To receive the understanding from them, to come to this, to where I'm at the point right now, you know. The Lord didn't choose you to do this. If the Lord didn't choose me to do this, how come I know these things and you don't, you know?
Because ultimately, Amos 3:7, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets.
Exactly, you know?
All right.
Even if it's somebody telling you, or you looking it up for yourself, man, you're going to get that knowledge, all right?
All right, go ahead.
If it's through the elders or if it's through your own research.
But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
Keep reading.
Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord.
All right, can you read that verse 8 one more time?
Come. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 8. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord.
The Lord said, be not afraid of their faces, because I am with thee to deliver thee. So if the Lord with you, who can stand against you? This Isaiah chapter 51, verse 12. It says, even I am he that comforted you. That's the Lord, all right? He says, who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass? So if the Lord is defending you, the Lord is on your side, then who are you to be afraid of a man? Go back to Jeremiah. Like the Lord just told Jeremiah, be not afraid of their face. Can you read that again, brother?
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 8. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord.
Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee. Just like we just precepted that with Isaiah 51. You got the almighty power on your side. Who are you to be afraid of some mortal man that will die? Keep reading, verse 9.
Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth.
And that's what we're doing. The Lord put his words in our mouth, and we speaking the Lord's words. Like this brother just mentioned, man, the Lord allowed us to receive that understanding. Okay? So we verse 10.
See, I have this day set thee over the
Matthew
nations,
10:26.
over the nations, and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy.
See, he says, see now I have set thee over the nations, over the kingdoms, to root out, what else? What's that break the strong?
To pull to and over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy.
You know why? Because we prophesied the downfall and the destruction of these other nations and these other kingdoms. And on the spiritual level, we breaking them strongholds of these false ass philosophies, man. We breaking down all these false ass philosophies. With what? Because the Lord touched our mouth, man, the same way he touched Jeremiah's. The same way he touched all his prophets' mouth, man. He touched his mouth with his word. Can't nothing come up against this word, man. We preaching his word in the entirety, and we breaking down strongholds, man. Okay, go to chapter 2 and get chapter 2 right there. Go to 3. You got to underline. Read verse 3. You already got to underline. Chapter 2, verse 3. Yeah, come.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 3. Israel was holiness unto the Lord.
Israel was holiness unto the Lord. What the Lord say in Deuteronomy 7 and 6? Is that Deuteronomy 7 and 6? Get that real quick, Baba Kushab. He said, keep reading, brother.
Israel was holiness unto the Lord.
Okay.
And the first fruits, Salakia, of his increase, all that devour him shall offend.
All that devour Israel shall offend who? Shall offend the Lord. Why? Because Israel is the apple of his eye. You got that Deuteronomy?
Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Hold that real quick. Read the top of 3 again.
Israel was holiness unto the Lord.
Israel was holiness unto the Lord. Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Who they talking about? Israel. Keep reading.
The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Lord that's enough on that. The Lord has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. That's why we keep reading in verse 3.
Unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his increase, and that devour him shall offend.
All that devour Israel shall offend. Okay? Why? Because the Lord chose Israel to be a special people unto himself. Keep reading.
Evil shall come upon them, saith the Lord.
Evil shall come upon them. Evil shall come upon all these other nations that got the children of Israel in derision right now, man. Evil shall come upon them. Thus saith the scripture. Keep reading.
Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob.
O house of Jacob. The covenant started with Abraham, and it completed itself with Jacob, man. So it ain't just about the children of Abraham and the children of Isaac. Because Abraham had many sons, Isaac had Esau and Jacob. But the Lord said, read that again, Baba Kushab.
Hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob.
O house of Jacob, which is Israel, keep reading.
And all the families of the house of Israel.
And all the families of the house of Israel. That's separation. Keep reading.
Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me?
So what did the Lord do against the children of Israel? Well, we don't want to serve him and keep his statutes and laws anymore. What? Read that verse again.
5.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me?
Another word for iniquity is sin. So what sin have our fathers who fell away from the Lord, what have they found in the Lord? Did not the Lord keep his promises? You got that in Judith the 5th chapter?
Oh, I dropped it.
No, I was waiting to Judith the 5th chapter. It should be somewhere around like 14 or 15. Yeah, what iniquity? Did not he deliver us from the hands of the Egyptians? All our enemies, the Lord never broke his promises. We broke the covenant that we made with the Lord. Keep reading.
What iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me, and have walked after vanity?
And have walked after vanity, things which have no profit. You got motherfuckers worshiping fucking stars and stocks of wood and stone.
walk after vanity and are become vain.
Chapter verse 14. And are become vain. Keep reading.
Neither say they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt?
So they're not even, the people of Israel not even inquiring after the Lord. They steady walking after those things of vanity, man. The scripture said what? Neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of Egypt? Keep reading.
Neither say they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, that lead us through the wilderness?
Okay, hold that for a second. Get that, Bible shot.
Okay, I'm gonna start from 11. This is Judith, chapter 5, verse 11. It says, therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dwelt substantly with them.
This talking about the time when we was in Egypt before the captivity. See, we didn't go to Egypt directly into captivity. You know, Joseph was over there ruling. Only the person above him was Pharaoh.
Yep.
The famine came. The rest of his brethren came down there to Egypt.
Because
and they
yep.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you saying?
I was just saying they dwelt there, and then this scripture. Read.
It says, therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dwelled substantly with them.
Yeah, because after Joseph died, the king didn't remember.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The next king, they didn't remember what was as far as Joseph
Joseph's
and
deeds.
Joseph's deeds and all that, or didn't want to remember him.
Right.
You know, but he said, jealousy.
Yep.
And it said what? Rose up against them and dealt subtly with them.
Yep, because they were multiplied. If you read Exodus, it's saying we need to, I'm not sure exactly what the word said. I think it's subdue the children of Israel before they become more greater than we and join our enemies.
Yep.
You know, so they was really scared of Israel.
Con.
You know? And it says, and brought them low with laboring in the brick, and made them slaves.
Con. And
They-
made us slaves.
Then they cried unto their God, and he smote all the land of Egypt.
Wait a minute. Go back to that Jeremiah. Say, then they cried unto their God. Start at verse 6 again.
Which sound like an Israelite.
Neither say they,
Which sound like what an Israelite was gonna do. You know, as soon as he start catching hell, boom, you're gonna start crying to. You're gonna start turning all godly. You know, it's just back then they had the Lord's name, and the Lord was really on their side.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead.
Go ahead, verse 6.
neither say they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt?
But see, at that time we did see. Neither said they, where's the Lord that brought us out at the land Salaki, read that again, brother.
Neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us up out of the land of Egypt?
Out of the land of Egypt, because when we was in the land of Egypt, we cried unto the Lord to save us, to free us, to come deliver us from this hard bondage. But niggas happy with oppression right now. They're not crying unto the Lord to deliver us from this bondage and this oppression that we in America. Go back to that, Bible shot.
It says, then they cried unto their God, and he smote the land of Egypt.
So we cried unto our power, and he smote the land of Egypt. Keep reading.
Incurable plagues.
Incurable plagues.
So that scripture reminds me of it is a fearful thing to fall in the land of living power. But anyways, it says, with incurable plagues, so that the Egyptians cast them out of their sight. It says, and God dried the Red Sea before them and brought them to Mount Sinai, and Katie's Barneys, and cast forth all their dwelling in the wilderness.
So the Lord cast out all those other nations that was in our land for us, man. He cast it out. The Lord did that all for our sake. That's why Jeremiah said, you can stop on that. That's why the book of Jeremiah in the 4th chapter said, in the 1st chapter, in the 5th verse said, what again? Read that again, bro. That's a powerful scripture, man.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I have formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Salakia, the 2nd chapter, the 5th verse.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me?
What sin have y'all found in the Lord, man? Didn't the Lord do everything he said he was going to do? What did the Lord do for us to fall away from his statutes, laws, and commandments, man? What did the Lord do?
Is there unrighteousness with the Lord? You know?
We'll go into a precept, bro.
Okay. This is Job, chapter 2, verse 27. It says, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed.
Man, I love that scripture. Let me read that again, bro.
This one?
Yeah, that's Joel. Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
Joel chapter 2, verse 27. It says, and ye shall know that I am your, it says, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
I am the Lord. I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, your power, and none else. How can you get around that? You can't get around that, man. Go to Romans 11 chapter, man. Go to Romans 11. The Lord is the power of Israel and none else, man. I got something.
Yeah, go ahead, though.
Go ahead, why you can.
Book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word unto Jacob. So he showed the understanding of these holy scriptures, the Bible, the prophets, the law, the Psalms, everything. He showed his word unto Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. The 12 sons of Jacob makes up the Israelites. So he showed his word unto the Israelites. Keep reading.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His laws, commandments. Okay? Keep reading.
He had not dealt so with any nation.
He have not dealt so. Did I say any other?
I should say any other nation. No, it says any
So he have not dealt so with any nation.
Right.
You can't get around that. The Lord ain't showed his word unto the Chinese. The Lord can give heathens visions with understanding what he wants them to understand, but the Lord ain't gave no heathen the breakdown of Genesis to Revelation, man. He ain't done it. That's what the scriptures say. Keep reading.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
It says, I think it's in Proverbs.
And for he have not dealt so with any other nation. And for his judgments, they have not known them. These other nations don't know that the only reason why they on top and above Israel right now is because of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter.
Yep. I think it's a scripture in Proverbs where it says, what, a wicked man understandeth not judgment. I'm going to try to pull it up.
Why you getting that? Get that.
Oh, yeah. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 1.
See that's what the Spirit done. The Spirit just flipped, man. That's what the Spirit got us on, man. Letting us know that the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the power of Israel, is only for Israel. All y'all, matter of fact, get Isaiah 45. 45 and what's that? Is that Isaiah? Go ahead, brother.
God, it says, this is Romans chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid.
Have God cast? This is the New Testament. Have God cast away his people? Because it might be 40. Because the popular belief, which is contrary to the word, but popular belief is, oh yeah, Israel had to fall away from God, so all the other heathens could come in and receive the glories of the kingdom. But what Romans the 11th chapter say?
I say then, hath God cast away his people?
Has God cast away his people so the heathens can inherit the kingdom of heaven? What it say?
God forbid.
The Most High forbid, man.
For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the seed of the tribe of Benjamin.
So why did he break it down like that? For I also meant what? First of all, an Israelite, the seed of Abraham, because it goes Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob's name got changed to Israel. His seed are the Israelites. I also am an Israelite from the seed of Abraham, from the tribe of Benjamin, man. Paul just broke it down. You got that? Go ahead, bro.
Let me start where you're talking about, right? 15.
Start at 15 if that's, you know.
Isaiah 45:15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket. All the heathens outside of Israel, because we know the Lord has separated Israel out of all the nations. So all the nations are as a drop as a bucket. Keep reading.
And are counted as the small dust of a balance.
And are counted as the small dust of the balance. You're not pitching up that dust to make sure that become part of the weight. You like, man, skip that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit, that's the excess bullshit that it's insignificant. Basically, the Lord said all you other nations are insignificant, man.